Hello, everyone. It's my proud privilege to welcome Dr. Tulasi, who had cleared recent January 2023 FMG examination in very first attempt with a very good score of 240. She has cleared her graduation from the medical school. So, on behalf of entire Miss team, Dr. Tulasi, many, many congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. This score of 214 that I've got in my first attempt, I don't think so it would be possible if it was not for MIST, because something that I have observed is that the lecturers of MIST, they just don't teach the subjects, but also they make sure in the entire journey of like the 6 or 8 months, they made sure that their students had a right attitude towards the examination. And at the end, I've also realized that having a right attitude towards something when you really want to achieve it is very important. And that has developed only because of the entire MIS team. So I would really like to thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tulsi, for your kind words. Basically, we at MIST deal our students not as an student. We consider this as our extended MIST family. So we behave like that. We are dealing with our family members, and we want their well-being in the future. We want that these are like our kids, and they should do best in their life. So we are behaving like as a family. So what was your reaction, Dr. Tulsi, when you came to know about the result?
That happened all of a sudden. So we weren't actually expecting that the results were to be coming that day. So when suddenly we got to know that, the results are out. So obviously we all were, in a state of shock for the first 5 minutes. I was not able to, process that, the results are already out. And then when my family saw that, I've passed and I scored 214. So I was just very happy. And I also wanted to thank you for that, because I don't think so, because initially we were like confident only, ma'am, but our examination got postponed for 2 more months. So that was the time then we started panicking, because our schedule was also, according to those 6 months. But suddenly when things changed, we did not know how to handle that. But thanks to MIST, because they also had given us the schedule for those 2 months. Also, they made sure that, we are motivated every day, because, what happens is that when exam is postponed, we tend to, get relaxed for a few days. And that actually happened also with me. For the first 10 days, I did not read properly. But then also, because of the video messages you used to constantly send in the groups, I used to realize that these are very crucial days, and we are not going to get it back. So because of that also, I think, I started, made myself understand that this is very crucial to me. So I started reading every day. And all of that, I think, was really fruitful. So I scored that, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely, because when the exams were postponed and 45 days were there. So as you said that most of the students, they got relaxed. Okay, now at least take a break for a week or so, and then we'll start. And when we see that the students are losing their pace, so what MIST has decided to reschedule the subject-wise test again and reschedule the mock test also, because that was only to give the motivation that, okay, tomorrow you have to appear in another subject-wise test. So you have to read that subject at any cost. And that was the reason that you had multiple revisions also. And definitely it has helped a lot for many students in getting very high score in the examination. Clear. Yes, so, Dr. Tulsi, if you want to share the important aspects in your journey towards clearing this exam, as you stays in Hyderabad, and in Hyderabad, MIST is also having offline classes also. So why you had chosen the online platform over the offline platform when you were staying in the same city?
Ma'am, for me, what I felt that, it depends on the comfort of the student, because for certain people, going offline is a better option, because their concentration, if it is not, if they're not, sure about their concentration when they are at home, because for some of my friends also, they were not sure if they would be able to concentrate properly if they're at their home, because it then becomes a very comfortable place for them. So they might not be very serious about the examination. So they had chosen for the offline batch. And for me, somehow, I am comfortable at my home, and I was sure that, somehow, my parents also would be monitoring me 24/7. So there's a high chance that, I can make the best out of it when I'm in the offline online batch. So for me, it worked. So it depends on the student, ma'am. So for me, online work. For people who are not sure that, they would not be able to concentrate at home, then I think for them the best would be choosing for the offline batch.
So, Dr. Tulsi, you had given a very important message for the juniors who are having confusion about which platform we have to choose, the online or offline. It is totally depends upon the candidate. If the
Yes.
candidate is very sure that he or she can maintain the regularity, punctuality, and sincerity at home, then definitely online platform is having some advantages. But if that person is not able to maintain the regularity, sincerity, or not able to maintain the proper schedule at home, and then definitely for that candidate the offline platform is important. So this totally depends upon the candidate. They have to decide about the positive and negative aspect of each of the platform, and then they have to decide. So Dr. Tulsi, you want to share any important points in your journey towards passing this exam?
I think the first thing is, there's no shortcut, ma'am, that I have realized. So you need to be consistent. So also in our journey, we had a break for, some time because of the postponement and all of that. Also, there were many things, we got to hear that, the exam might be little harder because we got 2 more extra months to prepare. So all of these things were there, but there's no other, shortcut or something. You need to be consistent no matter if your exam is getting postponed or it's on the same day. You just need to be consistent. You need to have the right attitude that, you're also I would like to thank you, ma'am, because whenever I used to read I used to solve the PSM questions, even after reading the entire the book, whenever I used to solve certain questions, I used to feel like, this option is definitely, going to be correct. But when I used to see the TND sessions, I used to realize that, this is wrong. So that made me feel that, you should, this attitude of, thinking that this option is going to be like 100% correct also should change, because it was then I've realized, analyzing the entire question and analyzing the entire 4 options, and then, uh, choosing the most relevant option amongst the 4 is very important. So I think having, to take regular tests, also something that I've understood is, not to miss the examinations conducted by missed at every week. That is very important, because only when you practice you understand how to solve the questions, and also the tricky ones, especially because nowadays the examination pattern is also getting changed. All of the questions that we are, getting are clinical and also tricky as well. So you need to understand that, there's a particular, pattern of answering such kind of questions, and that you will understand only when you keep on solving a number of times the questions. So that is something that I've realized. And also, yeah, being consistent and, practicing the questions. And also I used to watch a lot of TND sessions, because I've understood, not reading, reading just the subject is not important, because in TND, what used to happen is I used to learn a lot of new points. So that helped me as well. Also the revision videos, golden facts, everything, in a whole helped me a lot.
So a very, very important message from Dr. Tulsi for our junior aspirants who are appearing in the June exam, that you should be attempting or appearing in each and every test what is being conducted by your institution. That could be a weekly test, it could be a subject-wise test, or it could be a mock test or the grand test. And very important is that you have to analyze after giving that particular test that if you had made any mistake, what was the reason, and you have to identify the high yield areas. You may write somewhere at some place that, okay, these areas were your weak areas, so you have to read that area again and again, and that is going to definitely help in the examination. So analysis after giving your examination or any test is very, very important. So Dr. Tulsi, as the life is up and down, so you might be having some low phases also in this journey. So how you were trying to overcome those low phases, so at least the students can also follow you?
Yeah, one of the low phase was when we heard that exam was getting postponed. Initially I was happy because I had a lot of areas which were to be covered, so I was happy because I got extra time to cover all of those areas as well. But after 1 week or 10 days, I've realized that I've wasted so many days. So that was the point when I started regretting that I've wasted all these days. And then somewhere I felt very low and depressed, what if this is going to affect my grade at the end. But then also the way you have motivated us every day, because in the groups also you made sure that you're sending video messages, audio clips, and I used to read all of the quotes that you used to send us in the groups, because they were really helpful, ma'am, because all of us were going through a very low phase, because we were not going outside to attend family functions, or all. We used to miss out on a lot of occasions as well. But then you made sure that you were always there with us, not just when you were teaching in the class, but also when we were reading alone. The messages you used to send in the groups, somewhere they used to cheer us at a lot. So I think that was very helpful to all of us.
So very important message is that you should be keeping yourself positive, and you should be trying to motivate yourself. You should be trying to give compliment to yourself if you are going to achieve the small targets, that yes, you had made this, so you're going to achieve the further things. So you have to keep yourself pumped up, you have to keep yourself motivated. So Dr. Tulsi, in the end, what message you want to share with your juniors?
I think it's very important for you to be very positive, and being positive every day is like the key, because our moods or our attitude keeps on changing every day. So that's quite common, but always believe that you'll just pass. You just need to give your 100%, and the rest you just need to leave it to God, because not everything is in our hands, but what is there in our hands, we should do it perfectly. So being consistent and being positive are the things which are really, really important.
So Dr. Tulsi, it was a nice feeling to talk to you, and once again, many congratulations to you and your family. On behalf of the entire Miss team, we all wish for your grand success and excellent future ahead. God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much to the entire Miss faculty, and especially to you too, ma'am.
Thank you.